So we're going to be taking advantage of the full moon energy today in our class. So something that's notable about the full moon time is that because of the light of the full moon, things are easier to see, so to speak. So that might be, it's easier to surface insight from within yourself, maybe things that are serving you well, things that are not serving you well. So as we come to our comfortable seat, whatever that is for you on the mat, welcome to elevate your hips on a prop or something if your hips are feeling a bit tight. And just come to a point where you can settle into the ground and come into the present moment. Maybe close your eyes if it feels comfortable. And start to think about what it is that you feel in alignment with, that feels good right now in your life. And maybe also think about what feels not in alignment, what's not serving you, what's harder than it should be, things like that. And just kind of see what insights crop up for you as you come into the moment, come onto your mat, and sit with yourself for a few breaths. Take a big inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. And then gently flutter your eyes open if you've closed them, coming back into the space. And as you inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, drop your right arm to the ground, reaching long through your left side body. Come to a point where you feel comfortable and your left hip doesn't rise off of the ground. And so wherever that takes you, take a few rounds of breath, circling your left arm, full circle like a full moon, 3 full rotations, breathing into your side body. And when you've completed 3 full rotations, come back up to neutral. Inhaling, arms come up. Exhale, reaching to your comfortability to the left with your right arm. Continuing to breathe as you do 3 full rotations, looking up towards the moon, even though it's broad daylight. And once you've completed your 3 full moons, reaching long, and then coming back up to our comfortable seat. Inhale your arms out to the side, and as you exhale, bring your right arm under your left, twisting into eagle arms. So if you can do that twist, that's great. If you can't, you can just cross your elbows or put the backs of your hands together. And as our arms are out in front of us, we're going to lift through our elbows, pointing our fingers up nice and tall, and breathe into that space that's behind your heart. So you feel a nice stretch through the backs of the shoulder blades as you lift, lift, lift with your elbows. And then go ahead and release, bringing your arms back out, and then switching. So left arm comes under the right this time. It's a little confusing sometimes. Twisting around so your palms are facing one another, and you can have them touch, or just the backs of your hands, or even if that's enough of a stretch for you, you can do that as well. So again, lifting through the elbows, pressing your arms away from you, creating a nice stretch through the back side of the body. Breathing into the heart space behind you. Expanding through the back of the body. And then we'll release. Go ahead and make your way mindfully to hands and knees, coming on all fours. Hands splayed out nice and strong under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And as you inhale, shine your heart and your tailbone up as you allow your navel to drop for cow. Inhale, reverse the spinal stretch, lifting your navel up into your belly. Press your hands into the ground. Nice cat arch. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, arching in the opposite direction. Really using the full duration of your breath to complete each movement. So rather than following my pace, following a pace that feels good to you. And once you've completed your next full round, inhaling, stretching nice and long, exhaling, arching through the back. Then come into your neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes under, lift up through your belly to send your hips up and back into downward facing dog. So you may have your knees bent, you may go ahead and pedal out your feet. You may wag your tail from left to right. Really getting into all the nooks and crannies, making sure this feels comfortable for you. So pressing the floor strongly away into the mat with your hands, tailbones reaching up and back. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth a couple times. And on your next inhale, bending nice and strong through the knees, and then stepping, walking, or jumping towards the front of your mat into Uttanasana or forward fold. So again, maybe your knees are bent, maybe you're pedaling or wagging your tail back and forth. Really just exploring our first forward folds for the day. Inhaling, imagine all that you're grateful for, that's serving you, that you feel in alignment with, and expanding with that sense of gratitude and acknowledgement for what's working in your life. And as you exhale, sending love, but also releasing all the stuff that's not working for you. So it's important to stay in that positive energy, but also to acknowledge what's not working. So inhaling, sending gratitude and love to all that you want more of. Exhaling, also surrounding with love, but releasing that isn't serving you right into the ground. Imagine it rolling off your back and feeding it back into the earth. Maybe you clasp opposite elbows and swing. Shake your head, yes, no, make sure you're nice and loose here. And that whatever you're imagining, you can either take more of or release. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to shins or to blocks. Heart shines forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Really exploring your whole spine. Ending very last with your head. And if you're not at the front of your mat, make sure you're kind of in that general direction. Plant your feet really firmly into the floor. Feet are about hips width distance. You can measure by putting two fists right between your big toes. Grounding down through your heels, lifting through your arches, bring strength through your legs. So your foundation should be really strong always. So even if your knees are bent, you can lift your kneecaps so that you're nice and firm through your foundation. So rooting down through the ground to rise up long through the crown. Inhale, arms up, big full moon salute. Exhale, full moon salute again, bringing your hands to your spine for a gentle back bend. So lifting up through the chest and through the heart, nice and tall. And allowing your palms to press your hips forward as your heart reaches up. And you can start to allow your neck to fall back as much as is comfortable. And then slowly coming up. Inhale, full moon salute again. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips with a flat back, Uttanasana or forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to shins or blocks. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your feet all the way back into plank. So try to make a really nice long line with your body here, from shooting energy out of your heels, nice line through your hips, up to your shoulders, and nice and long through your crown. So Nice long line. Navel is lifted to protect your low back. Inhale. And as you exhale, press your toes forward and slowly lower down, keeping your elbows nice and strong into your sides. Building that strength. Squeeze your feet towards the center line, pressing them down into the ground. As you inhale, lift your upper body up. Lift your hands off the mat, shining your heart forward as much as possible. Nice and long through the back of the neck. Inhale up a little higher and exhale. Release. Completely relaxing. Head falling to one side or another. Again, hands come to either side of your chest. Legs squeezed toward the center line, press down into the earth. Inhale, lifting up, shining the heart forward. Maybe you gently press your hands into the floor for a little bit of an assist. Shoulders down away from your ears. Nice length through the back of the neck. Inhale up a little higher. And exhale, release to the opposite side. Totally allowing your feet to splay out in any way that feels good. And then bring your hands to either side of your chest. Untuck your toes. Come up through either half plank or full plank. Back into downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale your right leg up into three-legged dog, reaching long line of energy through the back of your right heel. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. This time, bring your right foot over past your left leg as you press into your right hand and open up into fallen triangle. So again, we'll do 3 rounds of full moon arm circles, really pressing the floor away from you with your right hand. Breathing, lifting through the abs. And as you plant your left hand back down, reach up, three-legged dog with your right foot. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. This time, go ahead and open up your hip. So your hips are facing towards the right. Draw some big full moon circles with your knee. And if you'd like, you can either stay here, playing with hip openness, or you can continue, flip your dog over to the right side, and then again, 3 full moon circles, lifting nice and high through the abs and the hips. And when you're ready, slowly coming back, right hand down, right foot back, lowering your right foot to the floor. Great job. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, left leg up into three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up into three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Place your left foot through, opening up the front body into fallen triangle. Again, doing 3 rounds of full moon circles with the right hand. Left foot comes up into three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Open up the left hip, and then draw some nice full moon circles with your knee. If you'd like, either stay here in three-legged dog, or go ahead and flip your dog onto the left side. This time making full moon circles with your left arm. Lifting through the abs and the hips. And once you complete 3 rotations, gently and with control, making your way back into three-legged dog. Come back down to downward facing dog, and then bring your knees to the mat, opening your knees up just a bit as you press your hips back into the ground, nice and long through your forearms, and then allow your third eye to touch the mat. And just rock your forehead back and forth, giving yourself a nice little massage. And allow your elbows to come down, and if you can, create the prayer hands behind your head. As you inhale, think about all that serves you, all that you're in alignment with, all that you want more of in your life. Inhale and circulate that through your body. Exhale. And then as you unwrap your hands, place them back on the ground. Inhale, imagine all that's not really working for you, things that you don't feel in alignment with, things that aren't flowing easily to you in your life. Inhale, send it love, and exhale, release it, let it go. And then gently coming back up, one vertebrae at a time. Hands come to the mat, lift your knees, press back into downward dog. Inhale, come up to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, step, jump, or walk up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, all the way up. Look up, reach up, full moon salute. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's inhale, reach our arms out. We're going to do eagle arms again. So exhaling right under left, wrapping either just the backs of your hands together or palms touching. Feet are still hips width apart. Inhale, right knee comes up. Exhale, big step back into warrior two. So your left knee is over your left ankle. Right leg is nice and strong, reaching out behind you. Elbows are lifted, strongly pointing up towards the sky. Breathing deeply into the back of your heart space. Take a couple rounds of breath here, deepening into your warrior two. And as you exhale, release that which is not serving you. Humble warrior. Still pressing strongly with your arms actively forward. So what's forward of your pointers? Strong through the back leg, strong through the front leg. Inhale, unwrap your arms, reach all the way up through warrior two, and then sit nice and deep back into reverse warrior. Inviting all that you love about your life, all the things that are working, all that you're in alignment with, to stay, maybe more of it to come. Expressing gratitude, and then reverse all the way down to the ground. Step your left foot all the way back, travel through all the way to the ground into low cobra, or heart pulls through for upward facing dog. Everybody meeting back in downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath here. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, come up to the balls of your feet. Step, walk, or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Big full moon salute. Look up, reach up. Hands come to heart center. And then we do eagle arms on the opposite side. So hands spreading out to the left, this time the left arm coming underneath to wrap around or meet at the backs of your palms. Feet firmly grounded as we press our elbows up. Inhale, knee comes up, left knee. Exhale, big step back with the left foot, landing us deep in a warrior two stance. So again, checking in that the elbows are reaching up strongly towards the sky. Inhale deep into the back of your heart space. Exhale, so a little bit deeper. And on your next exhale, coming forward into humble warrior, just on the inside of your right leg. Again, still lifting through the elbows. Strong through the back leg. Breathing into the heart space and letting go of what's not serving you. And on your next inhale, unwrap the arms, reach all the way up through warrior two into reverse warrior. Sit nice and deep into your warrior two stance, inviting all that is in alignment with you into your life. Inviting more of what's in alignment with you into your life. And fanning the arms all the way down to the ground. Stepping the right foot back. Traveling through low cobra or upward facing dog. Everybody meeting in downward facing dog. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Coming up on the toes of your feet. Step walk or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Reach up, look up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll take our blocks if you have them. We're going to do half moon pose, so this can be done against a wall if you like to have support, or with blocks in the middle of the floor if you're able to balance. If you're doing it against a wall, I'm not going to try it on my bookcase. You'll put your block out in front of you, about a foot in front of your right foot, and we'll come through like a triangle pose, bending the right knee first, and then pitching off onto your right foot, holding onto that. So the back of the wall is actually supporting you. Everybody else, you can stand on your mat, take a big step forward so your front foot is parallel with the long sides of your mat. Arms are out nice and long. Bend your right knee, pitching forward, firmly planting your right foot on either the floor or a block. Straightening through the right leg, lifting through the left. You can keep your gaze down on the floor in front of you, or you can look up towards the ceiling. Totally fine if you fall in and out of this. This is half moon pose. Take a big deep breath. And then as you exhale, slowly with control, making your way into Uttanasana or forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, full moon salute. Look up, reach up. Exhale, hands at heart center. We'll do that again on the opposite side. So lifting the right knee up, stepping nice and big back, or if you're doing this against the wall, you'll just switch sides. Hands come out to either side, bend through the left leg, reaching down to the floor or blocks. Right hip open toward the side wall as you reach your right arm up. Gaze can be down. Gaze can be up. Nice and long through the side body and pressing the shoulder away from your ear. Inhale nice and deep. And as you exhale, slowly with control, making your way to Uttanasana or forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up, look up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Very good. So now we'll make our way to the floor. So bringing our hands out in front of us, and then slowly making our way through a squat, hands coming down to catch us whenever we need to. And then landing on, right on our sits bones. Sometimes you have to move the flesh of your own full moon out of the way. Just sit on your sits bones and then reach out nice and long in front of you. And we'll rock back on our sits bones until our feet become light and we can lift our shins off the ground so they're parallel with the floor, or you can straighten your legs out in front of you for boat pose or Navasana. Nice and long through the front body. Shoulders are plugged in, long through the back of the neck. Big inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then come back up. Hands reaching out in front of you. Sit back on your sits bones. Lift the legs into Navasana. Again, option to straighten them fully. Long through the back of the neck, shoulders plugged in. Navel in towards the spine. Big inhale. And exhale. Fold forward. Again, giving yourself a nice big hug. You deserve it. We all do. And bring your hands out in front of you, and we'll slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way to the floor. And when you're here, go ahead and bring your heels in close to your high knee. Scrunch your shoulders up nice and tight underneath you, so they're almost like laying on your shoulders. And then press your heels into the floor to float your hips up off the ground, clasping your hands underneath you. Big inhale, nice and deep into your belly. And as you exhale, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. And relax. We'll do that one more time. So scrunching the shoulders up underneath us, pressing the heels into the earth to float the hips up towards the sky. Big breath into our belly. And exhale, slowly rolling down, releasing what's not working. And bring your knees out to the outer edges of your mat. Hands out to either side of you in a T or in cactus arms. And then windshield wiper your knees back and forth. Loosening up your hips and your lower back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give them a nice squeeze. Rock yourself back and forth from left to right. Again, massaging through your hips. Massaging through your low back. What a treat. And then pausing with your hands out to either side in a T. Lift your legs up and then cross over. So your right legs are to your right side and your gaze is over your left shoulder. So you're in a nice twist. And then start to just melt into this twist. So we've done a lot of taking specific shapes, efforting. This is the part of the class where we're moving away from efforting and moving towards giving in, relaxing. So using your breath as a tool, noticing areas where you may have tightness or resistance, mental or physical, And just breathing into that and seeing if any of it loosens up. Allowing your muscles and your soft tissue to melt around your skeleton towards the floor. And then switching directions, slowly bringing your knees up through center, across to the opposite side. Looking over your right shoulder, allowing your body to just relax into the shape as much as is possible. Notice that some parts of this pose are easy, maybe some parts are not as easy. Just like everything. Any place where you're not feeling a sense of ease, just send your breath there. Imagine your breath can go and gently massage or brush away any of the resistance, the tension. And everything melting down towards the floor. Coming back up through center. Grab your big toes with your peace sign fingers and open up into happy baby. Rock yourself from side to side. Again, massaging through the hips and the lower back. Maybe you take a big couple rounds of inhales and exhales. Maybe you make them noisy. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling. Maybe you flutter your lips. Maybe you lion's breath or dragon's breath. Maybe you sigh. Whatever the case is, just getting yourself feeling like you're ready to lay on the floor for a couple of minutes in Shavasana. So if you need to take another last pose, by all means, go ahead. Otherwise, stretch your legs out to relax in the corpse pose. You can have left hand on your chest, right hand on your belly, palms up. Really find what feels comfortable for you. If this is still bothering your lower back, just go ahead and slip a pillow under your upper thighs. Support your low back. And as you're laying here, practicing being a corpse, thinking about the full moon energy, come back to your intention. So what is working? What are you in alignment with? Just coming back to that sensation of surrounding it with love and gratitude. How nice it is when insights come easy to us, because Lord knows they don't always. And then last time, thinking about what's not serving you. And also trying to send that love, and at the same time, letting it go. You can allow your mind to drift, or you can think about areas of your body that maybe are storing tension and resistance. And continue to send the breath there as an exercise, seeing what visual or mantra helps you let go. Maybe it's a visual of water gently and slowly eroding a rock or changing the landscape. Maybe it's the wind of your breath, sending little helpers to massage out the areas where you're holding tension. Maybe it's breathing in, I am, And exhaling, letting go. I am peace. I am at ease. And wherever your mind has started to drift to, very gently start to bring it back to the sound of my voice or to sounds in the room that you're in, to the sensation of your chest or your belly gently rising and falling with each breath. Maybe to the sensation of lying on a mat, on a floor. And gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And slowly roll over onto your right side to the fetal position for a breath or two. And using the strength of your left arm loosely, pressing yourself back up to whatever your version of the comfortable seat is. Coming back with your inward focus, maybe your eyes are closed or maybe you're gazing softly at the floor. And just come back to your intention or the practice that we're having where you're surfacing insights about what's working, what's not working, which is the energy of the full moon, giving you easier access to clarity and insight in your life, and you taking the opportunity to work with that energy. And come back to grounding down through our sits bones, rising up nice and tall through the crown. Take a big inhale through the nose, fill yourself up to the brim with gratitude for all that is. As you exhale, release whatever you need to. Bringing your hands together, palms together at heart center, and then your thumb up to your third eye. We'll close class with a bow. I am grateful for all of you for practicing with me and with each other. Namaste.